this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend DG Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
This is Jam DeMatteis, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another week of What Did DC Warners Do This Time?
Discovery DC Warners.
Oh, yes. AKA the Capes and Lunatics. Anyway, I am Phil. Joining me, as always, that man with a plan in Cell Block, New Jersey. It is
Charlie, the Professor Essa.
And she, who's about to reign terror internationally, it is
I've always done that, but more on a permanent basis. That's a little tougher,
So yes,
Yes.
kids, we have your all your Warner Discovery updates. Batgirl's all over the place.
That's one reason.
Ugh.
That's just the tip of the iceberg.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So yes, the news came out.
So take your sign down. Days since DC's effed up. Let's just take that down and bring it back to zero.
It's a chalkboard. You got to erase and draw that zero again.
No, they're going to get on the ladder because they're inefficient. That's my point.
Yeah. But,
No forethought.
Look.
Yes, they canceled the Batgirl movie that was supposed to be HBO Max.
Like I said, it's just the tip of the iceberg.
I mean, supposedly they did it for what, tax credits or something, but it's like it wasn't even going to a theater; it was going to HBO Max. It's like, and most of it or all of it was already shot. It's like
That's just the PR spin, darling.
I know.
We'll get to that. I'll let you guys get all your thoughts out of the way because you guys don't even know.
So, to me, this is just like when Disney bought Fox. And they just had a lot that they were just trying to figure out what they had to do with it. And, this is, the difference is I'm guessing, Disney kind of felt they needed to at least do something with the dreck they had left over at Fox. And,
New Mutants.
and Discovery's like, you know what? We've had a rough year. We could actually use the losses. Like, in our year-to-year spreadsheet, just taking this as a loss comes out better. And the fact of the matter is, it's not like they had a plan at DC. And if anything, this is them now saying, you know what? Let's try and figure out what we're doing with all of this stuff, all of this. Because we need to do something with all of this. Because we have a lot of this, and we still don't know what to do with it. And the stuff that seems to be doing the best is the stuff that, quite frankly, isn't the Bat family. There, I said it.
I still got a job. Woo!
That technically came out of the Batman Superman Snyderverse, though. So technically, you're kind of wrong.
Came out of James Gunn's twisted head.
Yeah. Well, but that's the thing, and that's really the thing when you talk about, because that now there's talk that Ben Affleck is going to be back as Batman, because you know why? Because they realized that the problem wasn't the actors per se.
It was the material.
It was
the behind the scenes.
It was a lot of other stuff that just caused a lot of problems.
It was the Snyder bots.
Yeah, well, and that's that whole other scandal. And, and to be fair, I actually think Discovery kind of looked at the whole Snyder Cut debacle. Because there's no way that made its money back.
They dumped it right on HBO Max.
Did. You don't understand the Snyder Bros powers. It did.
Well,
I'm just saying, they're not having as many... Look, listen. For all the crap that I give them, I'm going to tell you that their stocks are more stable than Disney. I'm thinking about getting shares in Disney. Yeah.
Wow.
As a whole, it's stable. I didn't say it was high. I didn't say it was low. I said it was stable.
It's not moving. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing for about Warner Brothers as a whole. They need some stability. That's the problem.
To put it simply, that may be why they're doing it, because they're saying, you know what, we don't need a Morbius, we don't need whatever is going to happen.
They did need a Venom, and Batgirl / Nightwing could have been the Venom. The back door, it'll make your money and make it a little bit more in your merch. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, but see, that's that gamble. And do they want to take that gamble? That's the question, you know? One of the smartest thing any gambler can do is realize, I'm not going to win that money back. And I should probably say that, you know, the dice aren't hot today. The dice are cold. I got to walk away.
You need the money, gimme.
And I think that's probably what Discovery is doing. They're saying, okay, we just bought all this stuff.
Look at her sipping her tea over there.
Value. We know it has value. It's had value in the past. And they're going to figure out what really has value and not feel beholden to stuff that has been, you know, kind of on life support the whole time. I mean, that's my theory. What's yours, Phil? Because Ellis is going to tell us exactly what's
I know. I mean,
actually, I'm not even. I'm just.
I don't know.
I can't even talk about it.
I mean.
But Phil, I'm just going to say this. Remember like 3 weeks ago when I was really pissed and I told you I was kind of done with DC? This is now just everything's just finally hitting the fan.
Okay.
Yeah, you remember
I mean,
the angry message.
I mean, this is probably the reason. I mean, I have no proof, but it's just like, I don't know. Even if it's not, it's bad optics. I would say it's just you're going to cancel the Batgirl movie led by a woman of color, but meanwhile, Ezra Miller continues their rampage across the planet, and that Flash movie is supposedly still going forward. Aquaman 2 is still going forward. Black Adam still all the men kept their, you know.
You know, it's bad optics, but would it have been worse optics if it was a bad film?
Other films are bad. So
I know. Well,
other films are terrible.
I mean, if you're just talking strictly optics, what about the optics of, you know, all this news about all the crap Ezra Miller's pulling and they're still going to stay in business with him?
They're happy about that. I think that Flash is
well, they're pinning their hopes on Michael Keaton on that, and I mean, okay, I don't think they officially announced it, but are they going to cancel that Supergirl movie or whatever, Lil? Because isn't that supposed to spin out of the Flash?
Yeah. I mean, it would not surprise me. Honestly, it would not surprise me if Flash gets canceled.
Oh, it would surprise no one.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, they have till next summer. Yeah. Well, like Lilith said, you know, mysteriously it's going to burn for the insurance money. So.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's a situation where no matter how good it is,
hey,
you know,
Warner's Warner's Discovery, fly me out for a tour. Fly me out for a tour.
Yeah, you know, I mean that's the thing. It's like, you know, they need, you know, they need to figure out what they're doing, and unfortunately, I don't think they know what they're doing. But I think that's what Discovery is trying to do. Discovery is trying to say, let's figure out what we want to do. How do we actually move forward with a plan? See, now this is the point in the universe where Lilith gets a call on the phone from Mr. Discovery.
Who says I haven't?
Yeah.
Oh my!
Expeditiously.
Okay, well, maybe.
But, oh my!
See, I would think that'd be the dream job.
No, it's not.
Fix it.
Archie can call me, and that's my dream job.
Yeah.
I would never actually. I had an internship at DC once upon a time. I tell you about the corporate culture there all the time, and now that I'm discovering what Discovery work culture is, this is bad news.
So Discovery's even worse than Warner's. Well, that's
okay. Listen. The person that they have head of DC now from the Discovery side. I mean, you know, politics are politics, but not for nothing. He's a trumpet, and that tells you everything. That tells me everything I need to know. And he canceled. He fired out. He cleared out everybody. He threw the baby out with the bathwater. Hired all his own cronies, and now it's DC Studios. Now you're literally just trying to be like Marvel.
Oh yeah, I saw a headline. They're like, yeah, they want a 10-year plan like Marvel. I'm like, that's cute.
They've thrown it together in a matter of a few days. They're doing DC.
Oh, I'm sure that's gonna work.
And the kicker, Discovery is for women. HBOMax is for men. And I'm like, didn't Spike TV teach you anything? No.
Well, didn't they say by next summer they're going to combine it? There's going to be one app or whatever.
Be a tab on Discovery Plus. excuse me, you should be a tab on HBO Max. Let's all just be real here.
Yeah, I mean, I first off, why
we're doing gender binary programming? It is 2022.
Yeah, it's not going to fly with the millennials.
It's not going to fly with the Gen Z, Gen Out. It shouldn't fly with anybody. You watch what you like.
Yeah.
And
you don't have to put a pink bow on it.
So, I mean, that's
old men, Loaf. Old men.
The brand is purple.
Old men, Loaf. Old men.
Discovery is red. just to be red and orange. Angry men, I should have known. Even though they have a bunch of, like, unscripted stuff.
I don't know. Here's what I'll say. I mean, obviously, Lilith knows more about these people than I do. I hope Springs Eternal. But here's my biggest thing. Why does everyone think that Marvel had a plan? Why do people think that Marvel had a plan?
What day one they didn't, but I'd say by the first Avengers movie they had it. They started to have
After Iron Man 2, they were like, "Oh crap, we need to do better.
Yeah,
let's get some minds on this."
But I'm saying even in those early stages, they didn't. They didn't throw that plan together in a few days like Discovery just did either.
They're playing. Hey Marvel, can I borrow your homework? I promise I'll change it up so it looks a little different.
Hey, can we borrow Kevin Feige?
Well, yeah.
Well, the guy that they've got running DC thinks he's better than Kevin Feige if the articles are to be believed. So we'll see how that goes.
You can
Hubris!
Gotta prove it.
This is Osiris. This kid's flying too close.
There's only one way to prove it.
And and for what it's worth, I don't know Kevin Feige personally, but I really
he gets the job done. I don't care. I don't know his personal politics, and that is a godsend. I should not know your personal politics day one. Absolutely.
Yeah. Any business. It doesn't matter what business you're in. You shouldn't know politics.
This look even worse. The Woman of Colors movie gets canceled.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
I'm like something related to Batman gets canceled. That's kind of fishy.
Well, and again, so here's what I'll say, and this is like, obviously, I don't know, but I can see why they might want to consolidate their Bat brand and sort of move it into one direction, and try to make everything else fit and work. You can do recast, you can do whatever you have to, but yeah, I mean, like I said, here's one thing I'll say about Kevin Feige: he never tells you he's the smartest guy in the room. Everyone else tells everyone else he's
the true smartest guy in the room. Never has to tell you he's the smartest guy in the room.
Exactly.
This is what I mean. It's giving very little dick energy. Is all I'm saying.
Wow.
It is.
No, it's a sports car. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. That's that's that.
And for you guys, I told you, you want Amazon to buy DC. You do not want Marvel. Marvel can't even have it if they wanted it. Trump's out of office. Biden's not going to allow that.
Yeah.
You're going to have to wait till Trump gets reelected in 2024. Sorry, Bob.
You shut your mouth. You shut your mouth, Mom.
I mean, it'll be what it is.
I won't be here, so I don't care.
Oh, thanks.
Fair enough.
No, I saw some article about all the people, all the natives living in Mexico aren't too happy about all these young people, all these work from homers moving down there and trying to gentrify everything.
Black expats don't do that. You're talking about white gentrifiers. We actually buy from the locals and don't just ship stuff in. I'm just saying, it's a difference.
Oh, you're gonna get the local soy latte? Okay.
I don't drink coffee, first of all. And I've lived in other countries before and lived in with the locals.
Hey, humor. Haha, jocularity.
Tap water filter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm probably going to end up with a reverse osmosis system, but yeah.
You gotta drink your pee, kids.
No pee-pee's water first.
Pee.
Water does not favor the bold in that case, my friend. But yeah, I'm just very disappointed. I was hoping that Discovery Plus would be the turning point and could get DC together. But I just realized they made not one, not two, not three mistakes that are probably actually at the root of this. And as a Game of Thrones fan, anytime I can blame Benioff and his other little lackey, it's the Game of Thrones. It's not generating money they thought, so they had to sell it. And now they spent $35 million on a pilot that never saw the light of day, couldn't even show George R. Martin, and nobody likes House of the Dragon. Nobody.
Wait,
you have that $1 billion property, also Harry Potter's not as profitable because J.K. can't keep her damn mouth shut. So, like, their other, subsidiaries and other IPs are just all going down in flames. everybody's pinning their hopes on DC and they don't know what to do, and it's just like, listen to the fans. Literally all you have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Snyder bots are.
I mean,
are they even fans?
I mean,
that's the thing. You don't even know anymore.
Rebuild DC. That's going to bring you back. I mean,
I told you they need to burn it to the ground.
We're going to start over.
Extricate themselves.
But I'm just saying, Star Wars does nice for Disney, but I mean, that's Marvel more than Star Wars keeping
and
them
that's
up.
More merch, not the
yeah.
Outside of maybe the Mandalorian, it's like it's the merch keeping.
Yeah,
them.
I know.
The merch in the comic books. That is my actual.
That's what I'm saying.
Factual opinion.
Marvel's their bigger gun than Star Wars.
That kind of went down in flames. So.
My kid is all in the Star Wars.
Yeah,
like, absolutely. He has,
I mean, he watches the shows, he buys the merch.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Well, he has.
Because that's how you have to be a fan, is you have to buy the merch.
But Marvel's just so much more, so many different genres in there, and so many different types of characters, and it's just more variety in Marvel than in Star Wars.
And they're building out Star Wars more too, where you're getting your westerns. And
but it's all in space still.
Those shenanigans are going to collapse in on itself. We're going to go back to basics again. That's just the nature of Star Wars.
But it's all in space still. It's like I mean, look, Miss Marvel was in I mean, it might as well be outer space, New Jersey.
It was a penal colony.
Oh!
Don't talk about my penal. Anyway,
not in prison.
Yeah.
So no hope. Abandon all hope. Who enters into the DC fandom from this point forward? The books are about to start being real lackluster. Well, they've already been kind of lackluster.
I was going to say, you're saying it's going to get worse?
Yeah, it's going to get worse.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't the Batgirl universe spin out of the Batwoman series? Am I correct in that, or am I wrong?
No.
Okay, I don't watch these things. I don't know. So I just saw the purple outfit, and I knew that there was something with a Batgirl. Or a Batwoman, at least I heard that, but I was...
Well, no, she, it's Barbara Gordon. It's Jim Gordon's daughter, so, they were going to spin that out of, was that going to be a spin-off of The Batman then?
No, it couldn't have been. Unless it was in the far-fetched future.
Oh, I thought they were going to have, what's-his-face be here, or play her father in that.
Listen, that
from The Batman.
They're talking about that movie was done. It's not even done, guys. Remember how I told you about the Snyder Cut? And you're crazy. No, it was the working cut, and they needed to do all that CGI to it. Why don't you guys listen to me? I know things. It's a joke. That Batgirl movie was a joke. It was a bad joke. I felt bad for the person that they cast in the lead because it was always.
Leslie Grace, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all I know is they said that they had spent $90 million on it. And I don't think $90 million.
Okay.
$90 million for a superhero movie? That seems low.
But it's a woman superhero movie.
It's true. I mean, it was street level, and it was going to be straight to HBOMax. So, unless they saw the writing on the wall and they were trying to come in with a low budget.
The more that I started thinking about it, all those cancellations of the female shows on HBOMax, Time Traveler's Wife was a solid audience. Theo James Butt is a guaranteed seller. He showed it in every single episode. Everybody tuned into those 6 episodes, did really good. All of a sudden, it's canceled. Okay, Insecure, not getting another season. It's just all starting to make sense now.
I know they're trying to save money, but you gotta throw some variety up there. You want to bring the men, you want to bring the women, you want to bring the kids.
This is TV all over again. This is bad. This
is
so bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
the more people you can bring into the tent, I don't care what your business is, you're going to be more successful. The more people you can bring.
Well, I mean, not necessarily. There is a business model that says
of niching down.
Yeah,
but they hit rock bottom. They need to start tunneling back up at this point.
Yeah, well, it's for lack of a better word, it's the Fox News paradigm. You just really hone in,
and that's definitely the vibes they're going for. It's Fox News.
Oh, so they're looking they're looking for a 60 and up audience. Okay,
not 60 and up, but the conversation.
Yeah.
On our Batman show.
I know. Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, it's and I don't want to use the Fox News analogy, although it is a very clear thing where
they
sought out an audience, and that audience repaid them.
They're flying the flag in the back.
Advantage of that audience too. It's bad.
Oh yeah.
They want the audience that's flying the flag in the back of their pickup truck. Got it.
Well, or whatever they want. And I'm not saying that's what they want. I'm saying that is a business model. Yeah. That you get that core
it's
dedicated.
Viable.
you get that core dedicated group, give them exactly what they want that makes them feel all good and happy, and don't make them think too hard. And
the Alex Jones model of doing business.
Hey, and
Well, he learned the hard way.
Well,
You
he's
can
still
say
making
the same
$800,000 a dirt.
We'll see how long that lasts.
You can sort of say you can do the same thing. On the left, we had that Air America, and that we had, we still
Keyword
had
being had. That
MSNBC's still out there, and
they still have Scarsborough Country though. So.
Yeah, well, they try their best.
CNN.
It's hard, and what the real problem is that it's hard.
The extreme left is like, we want universal health care and basic universal income. Not everybody we should go back to slavery. Like, I'd rather be on the extreme left than the extreme right. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, really, but the problem is that what the extreme left wants makes a little more sense to most people.
Your lives cost me money.
It is hard to present it, and then you just have our corporate overlords who like the corporate left, but they really want to make sure that their tax rates.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, they can't really get behind the corporate left, because that means they'll actually have to pay their workers a fair wage. Oh no!
Oh yeah, it's hard out there.
Let's promote this side hustle. Oh God, Phil, you let us turn into a politics podcast. Bring this back in.
Fire and balance.
Patreon only. Nobody can hear this.
Okay.
Fire and balance. We'll be back after this.
Anyway, superheroes! Yay!
So I mean, well, like I said, I guess Peacemaker and Harley Quinn are safe so far. So.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn might not be safe, bud.
I don't know.
Look for
Hey.
flight attendant
Hey.
not be having a season 3.
Hey, as we've proven, dick jokes are timeless.
Not if a woman's telling it. Can you say my vagina?
We have a talking shark man. We're fine. We have Billy Bob Thornton, muddy Billy Bob Thornton. We're fine.
James Gunn might. I think that's why they were like, hey, James Gunn, come be on our show.
Is he gonna be their new sidekick?
Protect us. So let's get to books.
Oh my! All right.
I'm just, it's so disappointing. It's just been a disappointing week.
Let's talk some comics.
Phil's Comics Corner.
All right. Well, Charlie Esser's MIA. Did you read Spawn?
Of course.
So, what did you think about the big?
I might have my issues with Todd, but it's nothing compared to the issues I have
DC.
with DC.
So, what did you think about?
There's that glowing recommendation.
Yeah. So, what did you think of the Al Simmons Cogliostro confrontation?
I kind of want them to just shut up and kiss. Is it just me? I just feel like some sexual attention.
I'm like, they both had to have known that was how it was going to go down. Oh, hey, kid. I'm like, was Cog going to keep his word? Probably not. Was Al going to take the deal? Never. It's like, come on,
I do need a more dynamic cover next time. I'm kind of getting tired of these stagnant covers. I need a little more from the cover.
I mean, I've been liking the covers, but yeah, this I really didn't like this cover as much. Yeah. No.
Yeah. I mean, it's good art, don't get me wrong, but like, I want to see some fist
give us more homage covers, like Amazing 300 or, Batman 423.
It's kind of like what we show up for now. Like, from front to cover, everything is kind of like commentary.
I don't even care.
They kind of lacked that for a couple of issues. So.
I don't even care. Well, you know what it is. I mean, it just seems like, this...
This is the March to 350. We all know.
Well, yeah, this book's the regular book's just chugging along, and he's putting more energy in all the spin-offs and stuff. Yeah.
As I said, Gunslinger, King Spawn.
But I mean, he must be doing something.
Okay.
I mean, he must be doing something right. I mean, they still sustaining 4 Spawn books, so
they better not get Spider-Man comics. All I know.
Still at $2.99. So.
Ooh, see, this is what I mean. Meta commentary through and through.
Mm-hmm.
Holding the line at $2.99, hot Todd.
I mean, look, he puts that big on the back. Still $2.99.
Well, to be fair, Marvel did the same thing back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's still 75 cents.
But I was going to say, there's no other company, I mean, indie or the big two, that can claim that, right? No, everyone's over $2.99 now, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think some Aftershock books are still $2.99.
Oh, okay.
Some, not all. And of course, Alternative Comics is still under. And they're $1.99 still, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, they should be a little. I mean, the big two, it's just profit at this point, right? Because it's like.
Well, they're not even paying the artists, supposedly.
And I get it, yeah. If you're not paying.
That's why everybody's like
doing 20 books.
5 main people.
That's why they're doing 20 books.
Like,
Yeah.
go do an indie, get a Kickstarter. This is mine.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to get back to that both.
I mean, I'd be fine paying the prices they're charging now if they were paying the talent. But if they're not paying the talent,
Again, if you need insight, please do pick up Chip Zdarsky's Public Domain.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Fascinating.
Disney domination.
I got a really great indie book this week, and I will say it is probably my favorite book this week. What is it called? There you go. Zorro, Black and White Noir. This is by, American Mythology Productions. It is just a really good book. It is a bunch of short vignettes.
Black, White, and Blood.
Yeah, this is like Black and White for Zorro, but like old Republic film serial kind of stuff. And it's very cool. The first one is a nice steampunk story with an aging Zorro, where he's hanging out with his professor, and he's like, if only I could get the money to fund my amazing inventions, then great things could come. And then this guy tries to steal this super valuable diamond, as you do, but actually that old guy that's talking to the professor is really Zorro! And but he's also getting a little up in the ears, as you do as Zorro.
Can I ask you a question? Do you know who Valderrama is from that Fez from that American that
I
show?
know.
Okay, so he's supposed to have a Zorro TV show come out like next year or 2024. Does he look like him?
Well, not this guy. This looks a lot more like the
The
old
old,
serials.
like the actual old school.
The guy who played him in the Disney serials.
Okay.
In fact, the third story actually looks really much. The third one written with the artist. They only give the artist, which is Alex Toth, the King's Emissary. Alex Toth does the writing on that
now,
one.
if you look like Antonio Banderas.
Yes. Well, actually, that was one of my favorite things at the very end of this. Speaking of merch. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. Ready for action. Hero Hacks toys. And you can get Ramon Diego, Bunny Wigglesworth, Zorro the Gay Blade. You can get an articulated action figure. He, of course, got his brother. There's the Antonio Banderas.
Do they have the horse?
No.
Of course.
That's still really cool, though.
It is very cool. I mean, it's a really fun book, and it really, like, the way the writing flows, it has that pulpiness to it. In the end, this is, like, the sad part is, like, the steampunk story. But, I won't spoil it, but it's really exciting, very big twist. The other one, Fool's Gold, that's a really great one, too.
I pulled up the writers on that one for you, if you want to know. S.A. Check and Jordan Gershowitz.
S.A. Check and Jordan Gershowitz. Yes, they're right there in the inside cover. Our artists are Giorgio Gambone and Guillermo.
Now they had a couple of covers too, right? I think you have 1A.
Yeah, I don't know which one, but anyway, I really love this book. The third story, I mean, it looks like it is that it's a classic Disney short. It's where the Capitan has captured Diego because he's certain that he is Zorro.
I'm so surprised they didn't give this to IDW. Disney's got to be behind this, so it's weird that they didn't give it to IDW.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if Disney owns the rights to Zorro. I don't know. It might be like Conan, where there's actually a consortium that owns Zorro. But because I don't think Disney produced the original Zorro shorts. I think that was Republic Films, and then he's actually a pulp character before that. So he may exist outside of it. There were definitely incarnations of Zorro that were produced by Disney. And Zorro is a very
Zorro Productions. They just allow it to be licensed out, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, well, it's like anything, it's IP and
gotta cash in on it while you can for the world, man.
Yeah, for real. But I really, for a guy that's not a big fan of Batman, I love Zorro. So
he's a little bit better, to be fair.
He's always
more humble beginnings, that way.
Who isn't?
Not really. He's the richest landowner in Los Angeles, so.
He's no Dick Grayson, but yeah.
Yes.
Talk about humble origins.
Isn't there, didn't they say, like, Dick Grayson is now actually richer than Bruce Wayne?
Yeah, Alfred left him all his money, and he's been sacking it away for years. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's been embezzling.
Bruce Wayne lost most of his money during like the Joker War. He only has like a couple million. But you know, yeah, right now Dick Grayson's richer than Bruce Wayne.
Oliver Queen treatment, did they?
That's so right, yeah, right.
I only have my penthouse and my toys. Wah!
No, it's a brownstone. Whack. But yeah, Dick Grayson's richer than Batman at the moment.
Well, good for Dick Grayson.
Butler money must be pretty damn good.
Butler parties. He's charging admission at the Butler parties.
He had an OnlyFans.
Oh!
Broadcasting those Butler parties.
Macaroni.
Oh, stop with the macaroni.
Put a feather in your cap, my friend. Put a feather in your cap.
Or somewhere else. Let's see, what crappy book do I want to talk
Wow!
Do an Archie.
There are no Archies. You know that's a sore subject.
Not at the moment.
Yeah,
F in the chat for Archie. F in the chat for Archie.
Oh, wait, let me do it. But yeah, okay, I guess I'll talk about Azrael's sword.
Really?
Like I said, what crappy book do I want to talk about?
Oh, really? Oh, she just doesn't want to talk it tomorrow.
I know you're still gonna want to talk it tomorrow.
Oh, I don't care if you talk it here. You don't talk it there. All right.
I don't know any of these people, but they actually understand the point of Azrael. He's a douchebag. They leaned into it, and I love it. Thank you.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, he's basically hiding out in a monastery, and then this woman shows up and is
like the coward he is.
No, he wants to give up the life of violence that's
he's scheming. He's scheming.
He wants to.
Mark my words. Issue 2. He's scheming.
He wants to be. He doesn't. The system that's been programmed in his head since almost birth. He doesn't want to do violence anymore.
Sure, he doesn't.
But then that woman shows up and it's like, God told me you would.
That's not suspicious to you?
Well, yeah, that's suspicious, but. No, you know who this writer is. I'm pretty sure. You know how they mentioned that Arkham Asylum miniseries? Yeah. I think that's the same guy, so.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So they gotta get their shekels. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, so. Spinning out of that.
But that was more like an anthology.
Yeah, that was more focused on the villains and stuff, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I didn't mind and I liked the art. So shout out to Nicola Sismizi.
Oh no, Lilith. I wonder if they're ramping up for a new Azrael ongoing because next year will be.
No, they are.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I thought that was out already. I thought people knew they were working on.
Oh no, I didn't know. I just knew this miniseries was out, but no, because next year is going to be the anniversary for Nightfall. So 30 years.
God.
Since that boy was rampaging through them streets.
The 90s weren't 10 years ago.
I know.
But no, I thought that this was a decent take on Azrael.
Oh really?
I mean, no offense, rest his soul.
Hold on, I gotta pick myself up.
Rest his soul. Like, that was a passion project, and, he could not read the room on that original Azrael book.
Oh, Denny O'Neil, oh, yeah.
Rest his soul.
I mean, you could tell Denny wrote all what...
It's like that Connor Hawk thing. It's like, stop trying to make it a thing, bro.
You could tell, because Denny wrote all 100 issues of Azrael, I think even...
He's like, literally, you have to pry it out of my...
It was over 100 issues because there was 0 hour or the 1 million issue. There was an annual or two. Yeah. So. Yeah.
And bless his heart. He really wanted it to be a thing, and he just couldn't see the forest for the trees. But these guys get it. I feel like they get it, especially because I love the art guy because he did a lot of work on the Batman Urban Legends. So. I
mean, you could build Azrael up into something good now. I mean, it's been how many?
As long as you get him out of Gotham.
I mean, he's been out of.
It's kind of crowded.
He's been out of the spotlight for how many? Oh yeah, he is here. So
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, make him more.
That's what everybody needs. Everybody needs their own Bloodhaven in the Batman.
Yeah, if you're not Batman, yeah, leave Gotham. I mean, yeah, Azrael can be truly international. Hell, keep him in Europe.
Hell, he could carry on the Batman Incorporated legacy. Honestly,
him or Ghostmaker.
Ghostmaker can die a fiery death.
I thought you made your peace with Ghostmaker.
I did, but I don't want it brought up no more.
That Moon Knight looking wannabe.
Get out of here. Yeah. No, I think it's worth a try. I mean, if you're not very familiar with Azrael, I think this is a good, entry point. If you have no baggage with Azrael, this is a very good book.
6 issues, kids. And Lilith will be counting everyone.
More to come. More to come.
Hell.
Mark my words. Now, are they going to get with Warner Brother, with Disney's Discovery Plus? I don't know if it's going to get a go now, but there's a lot of things in the works for next year that probably will get the axe. I hope this isn't.
I mean, you would think even if it's just like another miniseries, because like I said, the 30th anniversary of Nightfall's coming next year.
They just do Nightfall all over again. It'll be like New 52, where they just repeat the action.
What those? Oh God! Not if Chip's still on the book.
I hope so. I hope Chip puts his foot down. Or worse, we could get a No Man's Land saga again.
Not a whole year of it, please. All right. All right. I keep trumpeting this book, Ghost Rider number 5.
Yay!
We get a lot of cameos because there's like a motorcycle race, which I mean, I guess there must be. There must no. It's cameos from all over the Marvel universe. There's Blade down there. Is that Dracula? But no, Rhino and Man.
Where's my money, nerd?
Rhino and Man Thing are there riding motorcycles. Doctor Doom is in this thing riding a motorcycle. Although there's like a mystical component, so maybe Doom's trying to steal somebody's power because that's his jam.
Of course. He's pulling a reverse Flash. He's trying to siphon all their mystical power. Mark my words. Mark my words.
But yeah, Ghost Moon Knight's in there.
Rhino is on a motorcycle?
Yes. It must be it must have some heavy shocks, I know.
Yeah,
no, that suit's pretty heavy, love.
Yeah, no, we know.
Yeah, no, we know. That's like 90% of his pathos.
He's riding the big boy Harley.
Yeah, he's having a rough
He's riding that grandpa Harley with all the extra.
Yeah.
3-wheelers.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, I mean, then there's like some mystical thing, people start getting attacked. So, but it looks like, I mean, because it was continued, it looks like Blaze's little, let's kill them all buddy is going to be Wolverine.
Boo! I don't like that.
Well, it's written by Benjamin Percy, so.
Oh, okay. No, that makes sense now.
What?
So we made it Wolverine, or?
No, just the team. Just that whole idea of it.
Hey, we're
But she said Benjamin Percy, and instantly I'm like, yeah.
Lilith, we're retreading 90s too, though, so I wouldn't be surprised if Frank Castle parachutes in at some point.
Well, can you get a real Sons of Midnight then? Like, not that crappy.
Oh yeah, the Midnight Suns. I know. And let's bring in some of the old gang to do the Midnight Suns. Chichester.
Let's bring the whole gang back. Why not?
Oh, I need to drop Lilith Chichester going. We're doing me now.
We're trying desperately, Dan.
Remind me next time we talk to him. We're doing me. And of course, who's overlooking the whole thing? And it's like, ha ha ha, I will have you, Johnny Blaze. Ha ha ha. Of course, Blackheart.
Oh, Blackheart.
No, it's not the corrupt one. His son, Uncle Ben's son.
Yeah. Well, good old Blackheart. I loved him in Marvel vs. Capcom. So, that's really all I know him from. I mean, even though I've actually read books with him as the main character, I mostly just know him from Marvel vs. Capcom. Because that made much more of an impression on me than most everything else that Blackheart has done.
He only came to success because his father was in the White House. I mean, hell.
Anyway.
All right, Charlie Esther.
America loves more than
Okay, I actually did not. I got to read the fine prints. I did not realize that this was actually out of the world of Hellboy, which is Frankenstein New World Order.
Ooh.
I just thought it was like, oh, cool, weird Frankenstein book. Frankenstein in, fairyland, which is what it sort of comes off as, because apparently what it is, when the sky burned, people were, led into, the last surviving humans were brought into, this little space under the earth, and, yada, yada. Yada, Frankenstein led them, but here he's called the Oracle.
Yada yada.
And he hasn't moved in 1,000 years. And there's some rumors that he's actually just a husk, but this little girl keeps getting visited in her dreams. And she goes to speak with Frankenstein, and Frankenstein is suddenly all very talkative, because there's a woman who's in a big golden crystal that she's trapped there. And there's a darkness that is surrounding everything. And she needs Frankenstein to come help her fight. They coming through, they meet this guy who now I realize is probably a character that I should recognize if I read the Hellboy books. He's got a little sword fist on his shirt and a little weird, like, splayed-ended sword. So he's cool, but he died. But he defended to the last to let the humans pass through. The little girl, of course, sneaks past to chase with Frankenstein, even though he explicitly told the precocious young girl not to. So we get this great little precocious young girl and Frankenstein buddy road trip through a post-apocalyptic hellscape. So that's fun. And, they eventually have to kill some weird little fish people creatures, which now just makes you think that these are like ape sapiens kids or something. And, they're just going towards their next adventure, but the evil monster thingy is invading the world and possibly going to be doing some necromancy and a bunch of skeletons in the next issue. So we'll see where that goes. Frankenstein #1 by Dark Horse from the world of Hellboy. I liked it. It wasn't as good as Zorro, black and white noir, but it was good. It was a fun read.
Okay. I want to talk Dead Lucky #1. I don't know if we've ever talked about this, but you know how we're always talking about how Radiant Black is building out its universe? Apparently that universe has a name, and it's the Massiverse. I don't know if we ever talked about that, but for those of you that don't know, now you do. So Dead Lucky #1 kind of is a part of that universe, if only because the artist Mattia Akano from Radiant Black does the art on this one.
Ooh.
But this is written by Melissa Flores. She's new, won't know anything she's done before. But basically, it's another kind of Power Rangers pastiche. This time in San Francisco. It kind of reminds me of, if you've ever seen the sci-fi TV show Continuum, what their protectors are. Mm-hmm. It's kind of that vibe where they kind of are like cyber enhanced police. So it's interesting that it's in the Radiant Black universe. So,
well, is it in the universe or is it just sharing?
No, it's in the universe, and I guess they're gonna cross over eventually. Is what I was reading.
Oh, okay, well that's cool.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Radiant Black universe clearly has some interesting tech. So it's a world that was clearly on the precipice.
This is the West Coast Avengers, yeah.
Yeah, it was clearly a world on the precipice of superheroes when the superheroes showed up.
Yeah.
Like, if it hadn't been for, the Radiants showing up, there would have been, there were already people doing something,
Yeah, so the tech company's definitely evil, so we got to keep an eye out on them. But yeah.
Well, they're a tech company,
Google, please still hire me. That is at Charlie Esser.
Well,
Mama needs a job.
I'm not saying they're all evil.
Barn Door Protocol.
No, they're all evil. What I'm saying is they're tech companies, and
yeah, they don't know that they're going to be evil, but eventually it just happens. Look at you. Well, Zuckerberg's always been.
The thing is, it's technology. Technology is amoral. Amoral is by its nature evil, because if you're not actively trying to do good, evil will come of it. That's just how good and evil works.
I believe in chaotic neutral. Damn it.
Well, that's fine. You can believe whatever you want.
It all just gets used for porn.
Exactly.
Which is a net good. See, that's why we can't.
Chaotic neutral.
I don't know about all that. No king shaming, but I don't know about all that.
Well, not all porn.
If the conspiracies are to be believed. You'll have
I don't believe any
Harry
conspiracies.
Palms.
Wow.
Did I change? Did the Mandela effect get me? Did I switch universes? You're on Reddit, right?
Not really. I have an account.
If you don't believe in conspiracy, what are you even doing?
Just when he's feeling randy.
I want to talk about comic books.
I didn't talk about your comic books.
I like comics.
He's there under. No, he means on there.
Yeah, but on Reddit, yeah, because that's. There's a period. Maybe we're just in different rooms. I don't know.
Lilith, you could find him under his handle, New Jersey Karen.
No,
that's me.
No,
that's New Jersey Kyle.
That's a South Park joke. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm called Super Connectivity.
Yeah.
Oh,
look, I like weird theories, man, but I like theories about fictional things.
And I cannot lie.
Those are way more believable than weird theories about the real world.
Yeah.
The real world is
Two
always
stages in fiction.
The real world, yeah.
Anywho, who's got another book?
okay.
I will throw out, I don't know if I've talked about this yet, Legion of X, number 4. I mean, there are some interesting aspects to it. I mean, Nightcrawler's like trying to put together this whole like faith-based thing.
Oh, Nightcrawler. They wouldn't drug poor Nightcrawler into this.
Yeah, but no, but it's also interesting because like Juggernaut's on the team, and you know,
Who?
the effing Juggernaut is on the team. No, and he, like, you know, and his brother Charles doesn't, you know, really doesn't want him being on the team, but he, you know, he kind of got outvoted. So
They're stepbrothers at best.
so they're basically like, yeah, you know, Charles
They
has
can
no.
legally do porn together.
Oh, Charles has no faith in you know, Kane. So but Legion's on the team too. But he's like, yeah, don't listen to my dad. You know, my dad's like a wanker or whatever he calls him. You know, he's just like, you know.
Well, he's not.
I mean,
Yeah.
is it just me, or is like Charles Xavier just a lot? I don't know.
He's gotten extra creepy since the whole Krakoa thing. So, I mean, I know he started creepy, but he's gotten more creepy since the whole, you know, since he had that helmet on his head and he doesn't have to look people straight in the eye. Yeah.
Do we even know if it's still him under there?
He's taken it off a few times. I mean, it looks like him. I mean, they might all be plant people. Remember?
Mind control.
Remember, we said they all might be plant clones. You know.
I am still very invested in that theory.
Yeah.
I just
The Impossible
What's
X.
the plan trade?
The Impossible X-Men.
We do need a new superlative. We do.
They're like, see, we told you. They're all playing up plants.
But anyway, so well, I like the fact that Juggernaut's in it because they were so mean to Juggernaut when they started Krakoa. Because he was like, well, yeah, okay, man, I'll hang out here. That sounds cool. They're like, no, you don't get to be here. You're not a mutant. I said, well, what do you mean, man? I'm like your main villain, and sometimes I'm part of the team. Well, how can I not be a part of it? It's like, no, you're not a mutant. Go away. We don't like you.
No, but yeah, no, I mean, it's decent, and yeah, I mean, they're trying to hunt down like some villain who's like a body jumper, can jump from like body to body and stuff. So
that's a cool power.
And even something for Lilith. Yeah, Nightcrawler slept with some woman from her, or was that Araco or whatever, and she even makes the comment, I didn't know there were so many uses for a tail.
Quantum
sparkly tentacles?
No, it's a sentient tail.
Ooh, I don't know. I'm not a furry, so.
Ah!
Although Hank McCoy can get it.
Whoa! She likes a hairy daddy. Whoa!
No. He's got them pheromones, man.
He's literally a
Exactly.
bear. He's literally a bear.
He's an
Girl said,
inflection.
get it? Get it.
He's literally a bear.
Yes. Well, since you mentioned an X-Men book, I can talk Exodus 2099.
Oh, yeah.
Which has apparently the 2099 X-Men in it. This is part 5 in the Exodus saga. I really was not sure what to make of the entire. I'm really getting lost in 2099. I really don't know what's going on.
I don't know if they're like trying to set up like a whole 2099 thing because, you know, like Spider-Man, they did an alpha and then there's an omega coming to wrap it up, and that was like the big Spider-Man things. But everything else in between, it seemed like it's just issues to introduce new characters.
Yeah.
Or reintroduced.
They're fighting for the Celestial Garden, which and for what I found, it's like neither they've said, oh, it's in Ontario. Like, oh, okay, that's a thing now. I can understand that as a concept. Ontario as a concept. It's just like, okay, I guess that's why nothing looks like New York, because we've been like outside of Canada the whole time. This is actually Buffalo, I guess, is maybe.
I mean, in certain,
in
certain variations of the 2099 story, I mean, New York's either been flooded or trashed. So yeah.
I do like our new X-Men. Although, man, their Cyclops is weird because his power is to anything he looks at.
Yeah, he can decay it instead. Yeah, it's not like a straight optic blast.
It turns into something else. It transmogrifies. And he says, like, yeah, the first time I used it, it turned my mom into salt, so I cut out my own eye, and basically he has his eye that he just puts in when he wants to use his power, but he can't ever use his power because he hates his power. Yeah, basically.
Oh, guess who's on the team, though? Young Cable.
Oh, yeah.
Man, we brought him back. Look, listen. Cable does not work as a young character. He has to be old man Cable at all times.
What's 20? What's 2099? So I don't know if he's traveling backwards. You know.
But I got one character named North Star who was kind of cool, and apparently his power is he can lead you wherever you need to go. See, because they have like all names, but their powers are like very different. So that's cool. And
they actually made Cyclops a Cyclops now.
Yes, but they found this big pillar of adamantium, or this big mound of adamantium, that they then now have to remove.
Look, that's my liver.
Yes, and when they remove it, it is what is it? Oh yes, it is a biohazard of a cut up Nate Gray.
Yes. Write that panel for me immediately.
I know. I was like, "Who's writing this little hellfire?" They cut up X-Men. Oh my god!
Well,
Bill was traumatized. I am delighted.
See, but to me, I actually think like if they open those jars, he's just going to reform.
Yeah,
and be more powerful than he ever was before. And this was like something that this was like how Dr. Doom stopped him.
Oh, Jesse Pinkman. Yeah, bitch.
And then buried him under a mountain of adamantium. That was Dr. Doom's master plan. And even that didn't work.
Doom's like, I can't steal your power. I can't steal your power. I'm going to hack you up and bury you in adamantium.
Yeah. Anyway, they get attacked by Sentinels because it is an X-book. And then...
they're contractually obligated.
Yeah. I don't know who the guy with Spider-Man 2099 is, but I guess he's a mutant. Because they say he's his uncanny sidekick, and they defeat the Sentinels, but they know that Norman Osborn's out there.
Like I said,
fight him next issue.
Spider-Man's was big in the Alpha, and he's going to be big in the Omega. Everything else in between, we're just introducing new characters like Winter Soldier 2099. We had Loki in one.
Stuck again.
Hey,
yeah, well.
Better luck next decade, suckers.
Yeah, it's the anniversary. They're trying to get something going. 2099.
They're trying to get that movie going, but good luck.
What, Spider-Man 2099?
Like it was like animated or something.
Well, he's showing up in Across the Spider-Verse, so maybe they're thinking that's going to generate interest.
Off, but
yeah.
The trending data shows that might have not been a good idea.
Oh my god, I saw the best meme today. Disney, look at the list of 73 things we're releasing in the next 5 years. Sony, go see Morbius again. WB Discovery, we canceled Batgirl.
Yes.
Look forward to the Flash movie in 2020, never!
I just want to see Black Adam. And League of Super Pets is supposed to be good.
It is good. It is good. It's cute, yeah.
Yeah. League of Super Pets. That's what you build off of, man.
I know it's Dwayne. I know it's Dwayne, Lilith, but it's
not even that it's Dwayne. It's that it's Kevin Hart. And I can't. I'm done with Kevin.
He's a dog.
I'm done with it. I'm done with him riding the Rock's coattails. I am done with it.
Well, he's small enough to do it.
Hello.
What?
Don't make fun of people's small stature.
I'm
still in the small person's club, and I will kick your ass.
You shop at the American Girl store. Angela. All right. Lilith, do you want to throw out another book or?
No. Actually, I guess we have time. Maybe Iron Man 2022. Are you guys doing that for Avengers?
Wait, what?
Wasn't Iron Man 2022?
Yeah. Iron Man was out this week.
That's for the Avengers.
Okay, never mind then.
I mean, you can share your thoughts if you.
No. That's okay. I just want to remind you guys to go watch The Sandman on Netflix. Then it came out today.
Oh, okay. I still gotta watch Stranger Things, man. I am so behind.
I thought you said Iron Man 2022. I was like, what's that?
It's the one for this year in 2020.
We're going to talk that, and I think we're talking Moon Knight over there, right?
Yep,
Moon Knight was good, yes.
Yeah, I didn't even bother to bring that one up.
But. It's good.
Moon Knight was very good. So.
I thought Iron Man was the best Marvel book this week that I read, though. So.
Really? Wow. I mean, I'm not disagreeing, but wow.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Good. I might have to go back to reading those.
Even if Patsy's not in them.
Yeah, it was.
Well, Patsy was in this one, so I'm like, okay.
A little bit, yeah.
About Patsy, so.
I don't know. It almost seems like. Do you think they're almost like toying with the idea? Like, can we spin a Patsy book out of this? Should we pull that trigger?
Or a TV show.
They should, man.
Well, a TV show definitely, but I'm just saying it almost seems like they're on the cusp. They're like, should we spin a Patsy book out of this? Unless they're waiting, unless she's going to show up on her own TV show or someone else's, and they're just waiting for that. Thunderbolt.
She's in prison next to Zemo. They could be a couple by now.
She's not that stupid.
I don't know. The Jessica, the TV show one. I don't know.
Oh well, touche.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the comic book one, definitely not. The TV show one.
Yeah. Well, she's a young superhero. She's still learning. She's adjusting to her powers. Yeah, exactly. Back in, and there's certain characters that you might not be able to figure out a way to introduce them into the MCU, and you can use another character to sort of be that pastiche for it. So so she actually would be a good person for the Songbird role if you don't want to do hardened sound powers, which look too much like hard light power, all that kind of stuff. So it's we make her that person who kind of has that villainous side, but also really does want to be a hero. So you could work that into the story well. So that's my theory. And I just I cannot let the It's Patsy song die. You gotta bring that. That must be something that survives in the MCU.
That's it. That's the name of the comic. It's Patsy.
It's Patsy. I really want to be your friend. I know the good times never end.
That's right. We're rebranding Full Stream Ahead. It's Patsy, so he sings that every week.
It's Patsy. It's Patsy.
Or it gets Patsy.
I would be so happy if we get a Patsy Walker show, man.
Agatha can get one.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like they're bringing Jessica Jones back. I mean, they renamed it, aka Jessica Jones, for Disney Plus.
Title, but...
I know, but they took the time to change it back, so it's I don't think they would do that if they were just going to leave that to sit there.
Netflix stink off of it.
Oh, true, that too.
Oh, I knew it. Oh, it's the same one. Well, I'm already watching it.
It was a good show,
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it wasn't an Iron Fist. It wasn't an Iron Fist. It was good.
The first season was good.
Which season was which one did you like?
She said the first.
The first one.
Oh, the first one. Well, the first one was definitely really good. That was really the definitive one. But I thought.
David Tennant. Yeah.
Okay. So much coolness.
Anyway, take it from Lilith. She lives her life like Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones lives her life like me.
Seriously, it wouldn't take much to cosplay, Lilith. Just have a leather jacket.
Who says I don't have a cosplay of that in the closet right now?
Nice.
I just have no cons to go to because it's monkeypox now. If it's not one thing, it's another. So
just don't rub your belly on anyone.
What?
It's in the droplets. What are you talking about?
Long-term exposure to the droplets can do it.
Okay, well, don't be dropping on people. I don't know.
Wow.
Don't kink shame me.
Okay.
On that note.
She likes to spit in men's faces. Anyway, yes. All right, kids. So, yes.
If they ask nicely.
Hey-oh. Consensual spitting. All right. Well, all right. All right, kids. Yes. So, send your thoughts. What do you think? What do you think's coming from WB Discovery? Anything good?
Nothing. Big pile of poop.
Whoa. Yeah. Comics, all the news. Yeah, send your thoughts. Hey, you see a news headline? Send us your thoughts, man. We'll read it on the show.
Marvel fans, be gentle to your DC friends. We are going through a rough time right now.
And Snyderbots, shut up. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow Capes and Lunatics on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Find links to all the various social medias for all the Marvel and DC shows we do. Link to the YouTube channel. Again, completely free. Everything gets a video, so smash the subscribe button.
Smash it.
And most importantly, let's get to the money stuff. Patreon. Oh, yes. Well, Cash App is always in the show notes. The Patreon, where you can get early access to creator interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats.
I got the good mic out for you.
Remember, one of the original creators of Midnight Suns.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
And, of course, Lilith Hellfire loves the man pain. Superhero movie brackets. We will find the worst superhero movie of all time. I'm going to have to throw out the list to our patrons, though, because next month we'll start the indies. So. All right. And as Charlie S. was hinting at, also, we have merch. So, yes, find links to Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch.
Let's see what's in there. Let's screw that back down. Remember, it's nobody's business what's in your cup.
No matter what you're trying to cross the border with. Hey, little fella. All right. So find everything at linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. Miss Lilith Hellfire. Scourge of Florida, soon to be Mexico. Where can people get a hold of you?
Well, maybe. Let's see.
Maybe. Oh!
To be Sweden, I don't know. I don't know how far I have to get away from this hellscape.
Damn.
If you guys want to follow my adventures on the interwebs, find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, on Instagram at Lilith Hellfire69, and of course on TikTok, making all the comments and maybe just a little bit of content at Lilith Hellfire60. Go. Either do the 6 or do the 9. Summer is over, Phil. Kids are back in school.
You say it's always Lilith Hellfire 69. Come on.
Bigger, harder, stronger. Put it here. Let me get a ride on your alligator back, bro. Somebody's muffin's getting buttered. That ain't my business.
Charles Esser.
Well, if they'd like to write to me in that good old-fashioned email way, the way our mothers and fathers once did, do so at superconnectivityblog@gmail.com. That's superconnectivityblog, all one word, @gmail.com. Of course, follow me on the Twitter as I live tweet things like Stargirl, because it is coming back.
August 31st.
I can get channel... and I can get the Channel 11 in now, so it is a theoretical possibility at Charlie Esser. That's CharlieEsser. Look for the 2 E's in the middle.
For quality. Bing!
Thank you, Mots.
And the pause. Lilith, is that a Quicksilver shirt?
Yes, it is.
I thought
It's
so.
from the WandaVision.
Ah!
At Target for $2. It's on clearance.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it says
Oh, I
PA.
got this Ghostbusters for $1.50.
Ooh. All right, kids. Thank you for joining us for another week. We have been your Capes.
Ampersand.
Lunatics! And don't forget to listen to Superconnect 2. Up next.
What?
Oops.
Avengers Declassified. How dare you?
Yeah.
Whoops, I had a time warp. My bad. Remember, it's nobody's business.
Time warp my ass. No, go to Reddit for super connectivity.
There you go.
There we go.
I'm gonna find you.
If I post stuff, you'll know. Yeah, I'm there. It exists.